97.3 Citi FM. Relevant radio, always.
Hi, welcome to Business Weekly on Citi TV with me, Norvan Acquah Hayford. Coming up in this edition, an IMF mission set to visit Ghana for the third review of the $940 million fund program signed with the country. Also, the National Communications Authority is set to meet the management of Expresso over the company's financial and operational challenges. And Vodafone Ghana discloses that it lost some 1.5 million Ghana cedis alone last year to cable theft. This and many other stories coming up in this edition. In our first story today, an IMF mission is set to visit the country for the third review of the $940 million fund program is signed with the country. However, the Director of African Department, Madam Antoinette Saye at the IMF, says the board is encouraged by Ghana's effort to stick with the target under the program to attain fiscal stability. Meanwhile, economists Professor Godfred Bopkin tells Citi Business News the visiting team will be tough on government to achieve all targets, particularly the central bank's financing of government's budget deficit. We still stay on the economy, and Ghana is not likely to experience government's projected 4% growth rate at the end of the year. And this is according to the Rand Merchant Bank's Africa macro strategist for global markets, Celestine Fauconnier. According to her, the likely increase in expenditure in an election year will limit Ghana's chances to achieve a 4% growth target. The World Bank, in its first Africa Pulse report for 2016, projected a moderate growth for Ghana. But speaking to Citi Business News, Celestine Fauconnier said commodity prices are not likely to go up, and with inflation still high in the country, Ghana is not likely to see the 4% growth target. Now, away from the economy, we move to the telecom sector, where the National Communications Authority is said to be meeting the management of Expresso over the company's operational and financial challenges. The dwindling fortunes of the company have reduced its market share to just about 0.36%. Some have attributed Expresso's dwindling fortunes to its affiliation with Sudanese company Sudatel, which has made it difficult for Expresso to raise capital locally and internationally due to sanctions placed on it by the UN. The Director General of the NCA, William Teve, in an interview with Citi Business News, said the meeting would help the NCA understand the challenges of the company. And Vodafone Ghana has disclosed that it lost about 1.5 million cedis alone this year only to cable theft. The telecom company says the development also impacted hugely in its operations last year. The corporate communications manager of Vodafone Ghana, Ebenezer Amankwa, explains that the activities of cable thieves have caused irreparable damage to sensitive facilities and rendered many customers handicapped. Vodafone, however, says it has tightened security around its underground cables to avert further disruptions. Now to some other stories, and the Securities and Exchange Commission has approved a domestic medium-term note program for Ghana home loans. This is to allow the company to increase its cash flow. This will allow the company access some 400 million cedis alone from the domestic market. Ghana Home Loans is expected to release a timetable for the issuance of the first tranche of the note under the program in the coming weeks. Let's now turn our attention to the power sector, where the government has assured staff of ECG of no possible layoffs as it considers a concessionaire under the Power Compact 2 project. According to the Deputy Minister of Power, John Jinapo, the security of ECG staff is non-negotiable in the agreement. According to him, the government has equally informed the Millennium Development Authority, the implementers of the project, and the International Financial Corporation, the transaction advisor. The Compact 2 project is to select a partner to help manage the operations of ECG. And finally, before we go, the Trade Fair Center in Accra faces an imminent collapse after the electricity company of Ghana, ECG, cut power supply to the facility for almost a year over accumulated debts. Now, Citi Business News understands the center owes electricity bills in excess of 39,000 cedis. The Chief Executive Officer of the facility, Dr. Erasmus Connie, in an interview with Citi Business News, admitted the challenge but attributed it to the failure of some of the tenants to pay their rent. That's all we have for you in today's edition of Business Weekly on Citi TV. My name is Norvan Acquah Hayford. See you next week.